It's time for From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine with Trey Schaap. A golf podcast for those who love golf, struggle with golf, and just like to enjoy the outdoors and fellowship with friends, all while chasing a ball around, trying to put it in a 4 1/4 inch diameter hole. From the Shortgrass is presented by UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and brought to you by Stevens Incorporated, an independent financial services firm with the freedom to focus on what matters most. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels. We partner with you to deliver high-yield results by managing, developing, and investing in top-quality hospitality assets. And now, from the Shortgrass, here's your host, Trey Schaap.
Welcome to another edition of From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. I am your host, Trey Schaap. Coming up on this edition of From the Shortgrass, I sit down with Razorback women's golfer Kendall Todd. Kendall is from Goodyear, Arizona, and a senior on the Arkansas golf team. She transferred from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas to Fayetteville. Last year, her best round was round 2 at the NCAA Las Vegas Regional, where she shot a 66. And helping the Arkansas Razorbacks win that regional, they advanced to the NCAA championships out in California, and they look forward to do that again this year as well. Now, during the summer, Kendall Todd was playing in the United States Women's Amateur that the USGA puts on over at Southern Hills Country Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She reached the semifinals, and in that semifinal match, she fell on the final hole, the only hole she trailed for the entire semifinal match, or she would have advanced to the finals. And it took a miraculous comeback by Malixie to beat her. Malixie birdied the 17th and 18th holes to come back and beat Kendall Todd in that semifinal match. You're going to hear more about that as we move through this episode From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. The Blessings Collegiate Invitational, presented by Tyson Foods, is coming to the Blessings Golf Club September 30th through October the 2nd. Now, it's an interesting college format. You have men's and women's teams from the same schools competing. 54 holes of stroke play, so you have 10 men's teams, 10 women's teams, and yes, there is a team title as well. The Golf Channel will broadcast live from the Blessings Collegiate Monday, September 30th, Tuesday, October 1st, and Wednesday, October 2nd. So make sure you tune into that if you want to watch. Now, the teams that will be participating, both men and women's golf teams from the following school. Of course, you have the host Arkansas Razorbacks. So BYU is sending its men's and women's teams from Provo, Utah to Fayetteville. The Mississippi State Bulldogs men's and women's teams, and Arkansas has already competed on the women's side against Mississippi State out at Pebble Beach in their first tournament this year. Kansas State is going to send men's and women's teams along with Kent State, LSU, Louisville, Ohio State, Missouri, and Virginia Tech. Those are the 10 teams that will be competing in this year's Blessings Collegiate Invitational. Again, that's September 30th through October 2nd at the Blessings Golf Club, the home of the Arkansas Razorbacks in Fayetteville, a great event presented by Tyson Foods. At UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, they are dedicated to keeping you in the game. From sports injuries to joint replacement, they provide world-class care right here in Arkansas. Call 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. I'm back with Kendall Todd after this. Stay with us.
At Stevens, our philosophy is to invest every dollar as if it were our own, to seize opportunity, to anticipate rather than react, to deliver constant focus in an ever-changing world, and to pursue the objectives of our clients in order to help them reach their financial goals. A proven history of helping companies and individuals. Stevens, member NYSE SIPC.
Heading to El Dorado to check out some live music or to play Mystic Creek? Stay at the Haywood, the only boutique hotel in the middle of downtown and the Murphy Arts District. If you are spending a weekend in Hot Springs, make plans now at the Marriott Courtyard close to Lake Hamilton and Oaklawn. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotel Group manages both of these fine properties, and you will rest easy knowing that your every need is taken care of. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels on the web at bphotels.com.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When you think about total joint replacement, you should think of the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. This great new facility has the 3 best total joint surgeons in the state with Lowry Barnes, Jeff Stambo, and Ben Stronach. Why would you consider going anywhere else? Folks come to UAMS Health from around the country to have their joints replaced. You should too. Call 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Welcome back to this edition of From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. I am your host, Trey Schaap. There's no doubt that Shauna Taylor, the head coach of the Arkansas women's golf program, has really built a strong program in Fayetteville. One of her outstanding players on this year's team is senior Kendall Todd from Goodyear, Arizona, a transfer from UNLV. Last year, she helped the Razorbacks reach the NCAA championships in California by winning the NCAA Las Vegas Regional. Kendall is going to be called on to help lead the Razorbacks back to the NCAA championships back out in California again this season. This summer, she competed in the United States Women's Amateur and advanced to the semifinals. In fact, the Razorbacks had 2 players in the semifinals, Maria Jose Marin, who has been on a previous episode of From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. 2 players on the same team that if they both would have won their semifinal matches, they would have competed in the championship match to determine the winner. Unfortunately, they both lost their matches. But nonetheless, Razorback women's golf was all over the Golf Channel back in August. And it's going to be all over the Golf Channel next week with the Blessings Collegiate, and then later on in October as the women and the men's golf teams play in the Jackson T. Stevens Cup from Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club that will also be on the Golf Channel. A lot of exposure for Razorback men's and women's golf. But now it's all about Kendall Todd. On the tee, Kendall Todd. Kendall, thanks for joining me on From the Shortgrass. Do you remember the first time you ever picked up a golf club, what that was like?
I briefly remember. I started out playing a lot of tennis growing up and some other sports, and then I grew up in Lubbock, Texas, and then when we moved to Arizona is when I finally picked up a golf club and tried it out.
Does the wind ever stop blowing in Lubbock?
No.
It would seem to me like that'd be a hard place to learn how to play the game.
Yeah. No, I didn't pick it up until we moved to Arizona. So.
Where in Arizona?
West Phoenix.
Okay. So kind of out towards
the Air Force Base.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So family, Air Force family?
No, just my mom's family grew up in Arizona. We only lived in Lubbock because my mom was the Texas Tech volleyball coach.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. So you picked up the game. What were your thoughts?
It was fun. I like individual sports. That's why I played tennis too. So it was fun. My dad got me into golf, and I would go with him to the driving range. It was like one of those where the tee comes out the ground, like the automatic ones. So we had a lot of fun there, and that's where I met my first coach, and I did clinics and stuff, and it just never stopped from there.
So you were not self-taught. You had a coach that helped you with the game. What did they work with you on, and how did you fall in love with this game?
He was a big fundamentals guy, so just making sure you knew the basics before anything else. So I really got into that, and we would just go do these fun clinics every Wednesday, or Monday, Wednesday, I think. And there was probably 10 kids, and he would just go to every kid, and we would have a lot of fun, and I made a lot of friends. And we'd do this thing called driver time at the end, where everyone would have to hit a couple drives in front of everyone. And so I feel like that gave me a lot of confidence moving forward.
Why golf instead of tennis?
My brother, dad, mom all played tennis, so I think I just wanted to be different, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it is different. When you decided to start playing golf competitively, do you remember when that was?
It was like 3 years after I had started, so I was probably around 13 or 14 would be my guess. But I just played in like local JGA tournaments, and girls golf. I was big into girls golf, and I would just play like those fun 18-hole tournaments.
High school golf?
No.
No high school golf?
No high school.
Really?
I did online high school.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were being recruited to play college golf, what was that like? Not playing high school golf. I mean, yeah, you play these AJGA events, but and those are big-time events. I mean, big fields and stuff and tough competition. What was college recruiting like?
It was good. I played a lot of AJGAs. I did online to be able to play in that many. So me and Abby, the other girl on the team, we traveled a lot together throughout the year because she also did online school. So we just traveled so much to play in tournaments. And then when I was doing recruiting, I just wanted to stay close to home. Honestly, that's why I ended up at UNLV my first year. And yeah, I didn't really look like at too many schools, so I just went with the closest option.
And UNLV, obviously growing up just outside of Phoenix, I mean, it gets pretty hot there. It's also pretty hot in Las Vegas during the summer. What was that? What was that time like?
It's very similar to Phoenix. Yeah, it was good. It was just not super college town vibes, so I wanted something more like that.
And then what led you to Fayetteville?
Just wasn't super happy in Vegas and wanted something different, something bigger. And Abby was already coming here, and I grew up with Abby pretty much. And so I decided to look here and see what it was going on. And Shauna decided to give me the opportunity to come here, which was amazing.
What was that conversation like with Coach Taylor?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was really nice for her to take a chance on me and kind of just like she really did just take a chance on me because. Yeah, it was really special.
What does she mean to you?
A lot. Yeah, she's amazing.
What do you like about her and her coaching philosophy, if you will?
That you're more than a person. Like, you're more than just your golf score. And she really focuses on that. So you, like, even though you had a bad day, like, she still makes you feel like it's okay.
Coach Adams?
He's just Mikey. He's awesome.
My boy.
Yep.
I mean, that's what he says for everybody. What is it about him? I mean, I know Shauna has told me that, that was her coach growing up and everything, and it seems like he knows everybody when it comes to women's golf, basically.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's a great person to be around, and just getting to be with him the last 2 years has been awesome. You
guys started out the season at Pebble Beach. Not a bad place to start the year, huh?
No, not at all.
What was that tournament like? I know you guys finished second, but tough field out there?
Yeah, it was a special week. I mean, you can't really be mad at Pebble Beach, so it was just fun to go out there and just have fun looking at the views and being around that.
You guys are going to host the Blessings Collegiate here at the Blessings Golf Club. It's going to be on the Golf Channel. Are you excited about that? Your mom and dad, are they going to be here for it, or are they going to watch on TV?
They're going to come. Yeah,
cool.
I'm excited. It's a fun week.
Yeah, when you come out and be able to play on your home course, how does that help you all out as a team?
I think just the more rounds you get on this course, the better you're going to play it, and we have such an advantage with that because we play it every single day, and so I think it's going to be a good week.
Tell me a little bit about this team that you guys have. I mean, it seems to me, looking at it, that you guys have the potential that you could do some damage this year.
Definitely. Yeah,
we have
a great team.
Yeah. Maria?
Obviously.
What's she like?
She's awesome. Maho. She's so fun to be around, fun to play with, good competition, just getting better being around her.
Were you surprised that AK, Anna Kate, one of the freshmen, was able to make that travel squad to Pebble?
No, I played qualifying with her. She's amazing. She has a great game, great mindset. She was so fun to play with.
Did you give her any pointers? Did she ask you any questions?
No, we just had fun. No, not really.
What are your expectations for the Blessings Intercollegiate this year?
Obviously to take the dub, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the goal. Let's go back to your summer. You were on the television spotlight at the U.S. Women's Amateur over at Southern Hills in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Take me through the 36-hole qualifying first, because that's the biggest part, is to make it into match play, and you were able to do that. What were your two 18-hole rounds like over at Southern Hills for that?
My first round didn't go as planned. Didn't play super great. Just was able to, I think I shot 3 over, I'm pretty sure. And didn't play great, didn't putt great. It was just kind of like a meh kind of day. And then the second day, just wanted to stay consistent and just knew that I had to shoot around the same as the first day to make it. And just wanted to stay positive throughout the day and keep it rolling.
And so then your second round, what was that like?
That was fun. We had a lot of fun out there. It was just, I was hitting the ball well, putting great, and it just kind of like all came together. It was a good day.
The more times you were able to play it, did you feel like you were starting to learn that course that much more?
Mm-hmm, definitely. Like where to hit it, what the putts were going to do. Yeah.
You make it into the match play field.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's 64 players. That's it. In the round of 64, you play Lauren Calderon, and you won 4-3. What do you remember about that match?
I just remember I was hitting the ball well and putting well, and I was just able to stay really consistent throughout the day and just let her make the mistakes, and that's how it went.
Is it hard for you to go from stroke play and then transition into match play to where in match play, if you have a bad hole, you just have to let it go, right?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I really stay true to that in stroke play also, so it's not a big transition for me because I just try to stay positive throughout stroke play also. So it's pretty similar.
Do you talk to your opponent much in match play, or do you kind of keep to yourself? Did you keep to yourself and your caddy?
No. I mean, we talk sometimes. She was really nice. I mean, we talked a decent amount, but I usually stay to my caddy pretty good.
And then in the round of 32, you defeated Gabby Woods 2-1.
Mm-hmm,
So a little bit closer match. What happened in that one?
Yeah, I think I was like 4 up through 13 or something, and she just had like 4 incredible holes, and we got back to, she made like a 50-footer on 16 to get us back to even, and then, or me 1 up, and then 17, I hit it to about 20 feet, and she actually hit my ball on her approach shot, and it struck hers into the bunker, and then me, I just put mine back, and that was match.
Bad luck.
It was crazy, yeah.
Yeah, that 17th hole, though, what do you hit off of that tee?
A 4-iron.
I was going to say, it's not very far, but it's a difficult hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to the round of 16. You defeated Rocio Tejado 7-6. When you, I'm telling you right now, Kendall, when you beat someone 6-4, 7-6 in match play, you basically kicked their butt.
Yeah, everything was rolling in the right direction that match.
It had to have been. I mean, that had to have been a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. It was a really fun morning match.
And then you have to come back in the afternoon because you're playing 2 matches. And in the quarterfinals, you defeated Kelly Zhu in 20 holes.
Mm-hmm. That was a long one.
Yeah, so walk me through that.
I was never up once throughout the day until that last hole that I won. So it was just she made everything. She was amazing. And we just stayed hand in hand pretty much all day. And I was able to get some back off of her a couple times. And we went to 10.
10, right? Instead of 1, they took you to 10.
And then I hit a great tee shot. I hit it like 35 feet past the hole, and I had to end up making like an 8-footer for par to tie the hole. That was stressful.
Yeah, I was about to say, on those greens.
Yeah, and then we make it to 11, and I go first, and I hit my shot to like 20 feet on the green, and she ends up pulling hers like almost in the hazard left to a really tough pin. So I knew I just had to 2-putt to get the match, and she ended up hitting it like right where I was, 2-putt or bogey. And so I just had to 2-putt par. You
lost to Riani Maliksi, and she ended up winning the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand that. But I was there for your match against Maliksi, and I was watching Maria Jose Marin as well because you had 2 Razorbacks in the semifinals, and I know it would have been so awesome, especially for the program and for Coach Taylor and Mike that were out there, if you both would have won your semifinal matches. Was that playing into your mind at all before you even teed off on that Saturday?
Oh, for sure. I was definitely thinking about that.
What would that have been like if that would have happened?
It would have been fun. We definitely would have had a pretty competitive match, but in the end, it would have been cool either way, whoever won.
You guys were behind Maria Jose Marin in her match with Astric Talley. Did you see much of that match, or were you strictly focused on yours?
I mean, saw a few shots here and there. Whenever she had her knee problem, we caught up to her on like 13, I think.
13, yeah.
So we like started watching more because we were waiting. But other than that, no, I was pretty focused on what was going on.
When you are in a rhythm and then you have to slow down because they wouldn't let you play through that, did that kind of get you out of a rhythm?
I think so, yeah. I think that really affected me going into like 13, and we waited like 20 minutes on the tee, and yeah.
When you, in that match, you go up 1 through 16 because I believe you birdied 16 and she parred 16, and so you get to 17. You're 1 up. And 17, you knock your ball on the green. She's off the green. She ends up winning that hole on you.
She sinks it.
Just crazy. And then, so now you're all square going into 18, and you're thinking you hit a perfect shot in there, I thought. And she's kind of, was she off the back of the green?
No,
off
she
the
was,
fringe?
We were like on the opposite sides of the hole. Probably both about like, I would say 18 feet would be my guess.
Yep.
And she went first, and she sinks it. So I have to make it or nothing. But
when she sank that putt, what was going through your mind?
My first thought was, all right, let's give it our best roll, see what happens. And I hit a great putt, just didn't break. But
hard to lose that way, but hey, she birdied 17 and 18. I mean, it's not like you gave it away.
Yeah.
I mean, she basically had to do something dramatic, and she did.
Yeah, she pulled it off.
What kind of a player is she?
She was really good, very consistent, she seemed very mentally strong. Birding 17, 18, you have to be because that was tough holes.
What did it mean to you to have some of your teammates here at Arkansas, and obviously Coach Taylor and Mike over there watching you guys, because they had to use recruiting days to go over and watch you play, which I think is absurd, because if Shauna would have been caddying for you, she wouldn't have had to. But the fact that she wasn't caddying for you, even if Mike was caddying for you, they wouldn't have to. But the fact that they had to use a recruiting day, I think it's absurd. It's the NCAA. I don't want to get into all that. But what did it mean to you to have teammates and them out there supporting you?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was super fun to see them out there and having them cheer me on. Kaji, I heard her screaming from the fairway, so that was super fun. It was really awesome.
When do you think you might turn professional, if that is in the future for Kendall Todd?
I'm thinking after next summer.
So want to play in the Augusta Women's Amateur next year, try and get on Augusta National?
Yep.
Have you thought about that, what that might be like?
Yeah, I've thought about it a few times. Really want to do that.
Best golf course Kendall Todd has ever played?
That's a tough question.
Could have been the one that y'all had your first tournament on this year.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't get better than that,
I was going to say, the Pebble's pretty good, isn't it?
That's probably Pebble then.
Did y'all get to stay right there at the lodge as well? Oh.
It was a dream. So fun.
Was the weather good?
Yeah, light jacket, pants. You really couldn't beat it. It was amazing.
You can't beat it. Fantasy foursome, living or deceased, you and 3 others that you would like to play a round of golf with. Who would they be?
Like professionals too?
It could be anyone. It could be a president. It could be, someone that's a business person or an athlete.
Tiger Woods, obviously.
Not a bad one.
I feel like playing with like Kobe Bryant would have been cool. And
that would be cool.
Probably Annika Stornstam.
Not a bad group.
Yeah, that'd be
You,
fun.
Tiger, Kobe, and Annika.
That'd be pretty fun.
That would be pretty cool. This Arkansas program, with the history and the tradition that it has with Stacey Lewis, Maria Fossey being individual champions, do you feel like there could be an individual NCAA champion in this clubhouse right now?
For sure, definitely. This is an amazing program. So much potential.
If you guys don't win an SEC championship this year, if you don't make it to match play of the NCAA tournament, would it be a disappointment?
Yeah, I think everyone has pretty high hopes for this year. After last year, like, we've ended so amazing. So I think that's what they're striving for.
Well, Kendall, good luck at the Blessings Collegiate. We'll be watching. Might be up here watching in person, but and then best of luck the rest of the season. We'll be following you.
Thank you.
Beechwood Pinnacle Hotel Group is the leader in the state in managing hotel properties. From El Dorado to Jonesboro to Fayetteville to Kansas City and back home in Little Rock, you will find a Beechwood Pinnacle managed hotel property. Are you looking for a weekend staycation? Book the Hilton Garden Inn located on Rock Street and enjoy the Agassi 7-rooftop bar with fantastic views of the Little Rock skyline. Open Sunday through Thursday evenings from 4 to 11 and Friday and Saturday from 5 to midnight. Find them on the web at bphotels.com. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotel Group.
This is Justin Acree. If you have hip or knee pain, it's time to see the experts at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. I've known Dr. Lowry Barnes for years, and he is a Hall of Fame surgeon who has operated on many Hall of Famers like Terry Bradshaw and Sidney Moncrief. He refers to Dr. Jeff Stambo and Dr. Ben Stronach as the best joint surgeons in Arkansas, and they all work at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Call 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment. That's 501-686-8674.
Strength is measured not by the number of accounts. Strength is placing value on relationships. It's having the vision and the guts to invest in growth. It's the commitment to responsibly manage your money. At Stevens, we believe that our strengths build success, not only for us, but for our clients. Stevens, member NYSE, SIPC.
Welcome back to this edition of From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. I need to tell you real quick about Beechwood Pinnacle Hotel Group. Matthew Allen and Blair Allen. They know how to manage hotel properties. In fact, they have just opened a new Home 2 hotel right off of 630 and University in Midtown Little Rock. It's right there by the Raising Cane's. Go get you some canes and then go stay at the Home 2. If you need an overnight place to stay, make sure you check out their website, bphotels.com, for your next overnight place to stay. I want to thank Kendall Todd for taking time out of her busy schedule to sit down with me for an interview for this podcast. Also, I would like to draw your attention to the Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens that is coming up later in the month of October. October 25th through the 27th, that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday out at Pleasant Valley Country Club, the inaugural Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens will take place. Ernie Els, Jerry Kelly already committed to play, and last week, Padraig Harrington, who owns 8 career titles on the PGA Tour Champions, 2 of those have come this year. One of those victories was the Dix Open, which he won the 3rd consecutive year, has committed to the tournament, along with Stephen Alker, who has 8 wins since he started playing on the PGA Tour Champions, and KJ Choi has also committed to play at Pleasant Valley in the second leg of the Charles Schwab Cup playoffs. It's the top 54 golfers on the PGA Tour Champions money list. They can get in. If they don't want to come, they don't have to. But if they want to try and advance to the next week and the championship of the Charles Schwab Cup, they might want to show up in Little Rock and play at Pleasant Valley Country Club. It's a great golf course. Why would you not want to show up and play there? We'll have more information on more players that have decided to cement their name that they will be attending, like Miguel Angel Jimenez. Yes, he is going to be in Little Rock competing for the second leg of the Charles Schwab Cup and the first ever Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens at Pleasant Valley Country Club. If you want tickets, go to their website, SimmonsBankChampionship.com. You can get all of the ticket information there. They have multiple ticket options for you. You will not want to miss this exciting event. Even if you're not a golfer, you want to be out at Pleasant Valley to witness championship golf at its finest at Pleasant Valley Country Club in late October. That's all the time we have for this edition of From the Shortgrass. Remember, when you find your ball mark, fix it and a couple of more. And I hope to see you sometime soon from the Shortgrass.
You have been listening to From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine, a weekly podcast dedicated to the game of golf. This has been a presentation of the Buzz Radio Network in association with Majestic Cubby Productions.